everyone, it is currently the first day of October. Autumn is officially here in Seattle. It's actually pretty chilly outside. Got out all my sweaters, but I am quickly realizing that I have a lot to do, at least this week. So I have an art market coming up on Sunday, October 8th, and this is actually the first time I will be doing this particular market. It is spooky themed and I'm super excited for it. It is actually the first art market I've done. A lot of the markets I've done in the past have been more local and for a lot of different types of products. A lot of the times it's like vintage clothing and homeware and all sorts of stuff, but this is actually just for artists and creators, and I'm extremely excited not only to event there, but also to meet other artists and also buy stuff from other artists. I'm really excited to go, but I have a lot to prepare. I need to finish some prints that I'm working on. I need to cross my fingers that the stickers that I ordered come on time. And I also need to make sure that my setup is ready to go. I'll be having a few more products than I normally do, so I need to make sure that the setup I have planned is still going to work. But without further ado, let's get going. So plan number one is to make some headway on these prints. I started these in my last vlog, and since I've made quite a bit of progress, I have done line work, I have added the flat colors as well as some texture, and now I'm mostly going in and adding shading and details. I'd say this one is probably like 70% done. I definitely want to add some more patterns, more shading, give it a little bit more of a dynamic look, but honestly, I already really like it. I think it's really fun, but this is one of three. I definitely want to get this one done today, and then I also would like to get started on this one. I think this one is definitely going to need quite a bit of extra detail. I plan on making this quilt really intricate and fun, as well as maybe adding a pattern to this carpet. Not really sure, but that is my goal for today. And then hopefully tomorrow and maybe Tuesday I can get going on the third one. I finished it. I decided I was gonna sit on the couch and get the rest of it done. I like how it turned out, but I am definitely done for today. As much as I need to get the other two done, I've got a week, and I think that if I do one piece a day or finish off one piece a day, then I will be good to go, and I'll still have enough days to do some test prints and figure out sort of the sizing and whatnot. But I'm pretty happy with it so far, and it might not be perfect, but just the whole concept was a lot more challenging than something I tackled in the past, as far as like drawing interiors and multiple subject matter within a piece. I think I did a good job, and I am proud of myself. Hello everyone. Thought I would give you all a little update. It is currently Wednesday and I'm starting to get a little worried. My prints are not done yet. I am about probably 90% done with the second one, and I still need to work on the third one. And I mean, it's not like the third one needs to be like started. I mostly just have to do the shading and stuff, but it's been taking me a little bit longer than I thought, especially with all the details I've wanted to add. And even then on the first two, I'm feeling a little dissatisfied. I think part of it is that I had like kind of a grand vision, and I don't feel like I'm quite able to meet that with my current skill set. But these are also kind of a new pursuit for me as far as like more detailed backgrounds, interiors. And so I'm gonna try to give myself a little bit of grace for the fact that these things are quite new to me. Now, because it is Wednesday and the market is on Sunday, I do really need to get on that. If I want to sell them there, I might decide not to, might decide that these prints just aren't gonna make it to this market. But I have to have probably the third one finished by tomorrow night or Friday morning, because I still need to do test prints and print out enough to bring to the market, as well as figure out my new market setup, which probably won't be too difficult. It's mostly going to be tweaking, just little things to make sure everything fits. On another note, the stickers that I ordered that are definitely going to be at the market just shipped. So I'm really hoping the shipping is quick. I submitted them a little while ago, but it takes a bit for them to be produced. But the email said 1 to 2 day shipping, so fingers crossed that those get here on time. Anyways, just a little worried, but instead of spending too much time in that state of mind, I'm going to have a cup of coffee and I'm going to hopefully finish off that second print, go for a walk, and then start on the third one. So wish me luck. The stickers got here on time. Let's see if they turned out. Okay, so first we've got this little bat cat. Turned out super adorable. It's a little bit smaller than I had intended, but I think I just have these like giant stickers in my head. And when I'm ordering them, it's kind of difficult for me to visualize how big they're going to be, but I still think it's super cute. And I think it's actually a good size considering that it's more just a limited edition Halloween sticker. Now the one I'm really excited for are these holographic mushrooms. So the border and the shape is supposed to be reminiscent of like a stained glass window, which is why I went with the kind of holographic detailing. Sorry, my cat's playing in the background. And again, I almost wish I'd made this a little bit bigger, and I almost wish I'd made the colors more saturated. Now, I think if it had been printed on white sticker paper, I think that it would have been a lot brighter, but I've never printed on holographic paper before, and so I think that's why it turned out a little different. That being said though, I still think they look really cool. I think I would just maybe adjust some things if and when I ever reorder any. But I'm happy that both showed up on time and that I'll be able to sell them at the market in 2 days. So very pleased. So it's time for something I've been dreading. Now that I have finished all 3 pieces, I need to actually make prints. So I have my printer all set up. I use an Epson EcoTank ET8550. Did a lot of research before I bought this a little over a year ago. It does a really good job. I feel like I haven't utilized it to its full potential at this point, but my favorite part is that it doesn't take ink cartridges. It actually takes like these little bottles of ink, and they last a lot longer. I haven't refilled it at all since I got it. To be fair, I haven't made as many prints as I had planned, but it's a great printer so far. I did have a few issues installing the driver and getting everything set up, but we should be ready to go. I just gotta get the paper ready and fingers crossed that this all goes to plan. I think something went wrong. This does not look right. Things look perfectly fine on my computer, color-wise, but for some reason, it is not translating to the print job. So, 2 things. I've got good news and bad news. Good news is that I figured out the problem with the printer. Just needed to do some maintenance with the printer head. Turns out that 2 of the inks were just not coming out. I believe it was like the magenta ink and the cyan ink, which is why the colors were so off. So I'm doing some nozzle cleans on the printer and things should be good to go, and the prints should start looking a lot better after that. However, I only have 8 sheets of fine art paper. That is not enough unless I wanted to do 2 prints of each of the new series. And I just don't think that's gonna cut it and doesn't really feel worth it to me. I'm happy that I finished all the pieces, but I think for this market, I'm just gonna hold off and buy some more paper. I should have planned a little better and checked to see if I had enough paper to make my own prints, but because I hadn't done prints in so long, I kind of just figured I had enough, but turns out that I don't. On the bright side, that means that I don't have to reconfigure my setup though, just have to add the 2 stickers that I got. But yeah, my life just got easier, but also a little more difficult at the same time. But means I'm pretty much done with prep, which is really great. So I think I'm gonna take a break tomorrow. It's Friday, the market is on Sunday. Gonna take a nice long break and then market day. I will check back in with you then. It's time for a little market debrief. So unfortunately, I wasn't able to film too much the day of the market. It was just kind of hectic. There was actually quite a bit going on, and on top of that, the building was pretty dark that we were vending in, at least for filming. It was fine for shoppers and for setup and for people seeing the products, but as far as taking footage goes, wasn't quite the best for that, but it actually went extremely well. It was in a great part of town for this kind of thing, and I want to say I made exactly about 12 sales, which is not bad. It's actually quite good. Actually, I think it was probably closer to 13 if you include art trades, but yeah, it's still a little on the slower side. However, I did pretty poorly at my last couple of markets, so for me, that's still pretty good. A couple sales an hour is pretty good for me, and I made a lot of really great connections with other artists. I even met some neighbors and some other people that vend often in the area, and that's something that's really meaningful to me. Honestly, I see markets as much more of like a networking and connection and community type event more than a financial one for myself. So I definitely felt like it was worth it. That being said, I think I probably won't do another market for just a little bit. I feel like I want to figure out some things business-wise, how I want to go about my art business, and it's also quite a lot of work for the amount of time and effort for the payoff. It's kind of hard to figure out when it is and isn't worth it, but I'm definitely going to be doing more thought about that. Maybe I'll do one around Christmas time, but we'll see. But yeah, it was really meaningful, and I also feel like I accomplished a lot in the past few weeks, and I feel like I can finally take a moment to rest and maybe pursue some more relaxed creative endeavors. My sketchbook has been basically abandoned this summer, which is ironic because I wanted it to be a summer full of sketching, and it is autumn now, and I have not really picked up my sketchbook, so I think that that is what I'm going to spend some more of my time doing coming up. And with all that said, I think I'm going to end the vlog here. I hope you all enjoyed it. Please leave any questions or comments down below, and I will see you all next time. Bye!